Hi everybody, it is Donna the Healing Hiker, and I wanted to come and do a quick talk about something that came up this weekend at the workshop that I did at Wanderlust Hollywood. And I think it's something that we can all relate to. If you're working, if you're not working, it really doesn't matter. If you've got kids, you don't have kids, there's always some level, it seems, in our society that we start to feel guilty about about a lot of things. Like we can never do things right, and so we end up walking around life feeling a lot of guilt. I know for me, I was a single parent for a long time, and in split custody with my ex-husband, and so I had to work, and I worked a lot of hours, and I was traveling for one of the jobs I had, and so I always was in a lot of guilt. But at the same time, I wanted my kids to see that you could travel and you could do these things with your life that were really cool, and so there was a lot of power in that. But I got a lot of flack from a lot of the other moms and a lot of the other dads that were in sports with my kids and stuff, and because I couldn't go to every single event all the time, and it was hard on my kids, and it was hard on me, and all of that. But at the same time, we matter too, and we do have to support our families. And so I know a lot of times, men feel that way too. They have to work a lot, and so they miss stuff, and it's really hard. We also can make adjustments and be flexible in all of that. But I also know a lot of stay-at-home moms that, chose to give up their career, which was a huge sacrifice and a huge decision for them to make, in order to stay home and raise their kids. And then they got a lot of flack from people because they weren't working, and that they were made to feel less than and feel guilty. And even, the kids maybe didn't respect them as the same, even though they were staying at home so that they could support them. And so what I wanted to talk about were a few ways that we can kind of get past guilt if we feel that, if we start feeling that way, and a few ways maybe that we can start thinking about how to take care of ourselves, as especially as women, because I think a lot of times we really put ourselves last on the totem pole of care, and I know that to be true, absolutely true, and we suffer for it. We end up just wearing ourselves out completely, burning out, getting sick, and then we're really of no use to anyone, or we just can't function at that level that we really want to function at. That's another thing too, is that if we're running businesses, or we're wanting to be of service out in the world, it is true, isn't it, Adriana? Oh my gosh. More than my friend Adriana's on, and she owns her own company and has a family and a husband and everything, and she's run this company while raising kids. And so and it's a very busy business and a very successful business. And so I've always been very proud of her, because she's always shown up for that business and shown up for her family, and it's been astounding to watch that success happen. But it's also very draining too, because she comes last a lot on taking care, and we know that that's just what we do. It's crazy that we've gotten it all backwards. And sometimes we always say, oh, we need more balance in our life. Yes, we do, but there's really no perfect balance in life, as we all know. That's just not going to happen. And so what I wanted to talk about is just a few easy ways that you might be able to start shifting your thinking around this idea, about feeling, letting go of some of that guilt, that if you, book a spa day, or if you do, aw, thank you, Travis. I appreciate that. I'm going to like that too. Yay. Yeah, so it's very true. But I also have learned the hard way that I need to take care of myself, and that came with a very heavy lesson, and I burnt myself out really bad in my late 30s, and did a lot of damage to myself and my family, because I didn't know how to take care of myself properly and in a healthy way. And so if you start feeling these feelings, or you start getting that guilt, like, say, this happens a lot. So I did a survey in the workshop I did, and I asked all the women there, If you book like a spa day or even a spa hour or a massage, and then somebody in your family calls and says, "Oh, I need you to go do this, this, and this at that time," how many of you reschedule that appointment? Everybody raised their hand. Every single person in the room. And, that's very telling, right? And so, we end up pushing aside our needs for everybody else. And then what ends up happening is it builds resentment sometimes, but also, I think that we lose respect, and that maybe people don't respect our time as much as they could. And so because we always fold and we always just say, "Oh, okay, I'll just change everything, so I can go do that for you," they don't learn how to treat us and respect that we need to take care of ourselves as well. And that we need to take care of ourselves as well as we take care of everybody else, right? Think about that for a minute, right? We take care of everybody else so well, and love them and nurture them and do all these things for them, but do we do that same amount of care and nurture to ourselves? I would bet not. For me, it's easy now because my kids are gone and grown, so it's a lot different. I can book those appointments and go do those things, and I have that, ability to do that today. But when the kids are in the house, and if they want to see you, you just end up, going, "Okay, I'll move my plans around." I still do that sometimes too, because I miss them and I want to see them, and that's okay. It's cool. But what I'm talking about is more on the regular, where we do it on a regular basis and we're not really taking that time and booking that time. I know a lot of women that work from home too, and get interrupted all day long or all at night, if they're working from home. And so one of the things we might want to do is really book time, that you have time that's scheduled for you, and that it's on the family calendar, and that this is my time. Unless the house is burning down and there's a major emergency, food's in the refrigerator, you guys can feed yourselves. This is my time. Please don't knock on my door. Please don't interrupt me. This is my time. If I've got a project to work on, please, don't call me there during this time. This is my scheduled time out. If you feel that guilt start coming in, because a lot of it's so mental, that what we want to do is we want to replace that thought with "I am worth taking care of myself with the same effort and caring that I take care of others." So we can just say that back to ourselves until we really start believing it. It might take a second. My internet's going in and out. But again, we want to also practice that replacement thought, so that we really start feeling that we are worth it, and that we do deserve that care for ourselves. And then each week, I challenge you to schedule something fun for yourself that you just go do for you. If it's going to a painting class, if it's going to get a massage, if it's going, to do something like that, book that time. And men too, you can do this too. I see a lot of men that don't take care of themselves, as well. And so I challenge you to do this too, in a healthy way. Or, if you see that your, a significant other has really burnt out, why don't you offer to, take care of some of the load, or book them a massage and surprise them, something like that. That would be a cool thing to do. Or, maybe they want to do a golfing morning, and book that for them, something that's just for them. I think that that's a really thoughtful way to notice that your partner might need some self-care and some time, whether it's it goes both ways. I mostly speak to women because I see us doing this the most, and that's my personal experience, so that's all I can really speak to. But also, when we book this alone time and we book this time, be super honest about it with the people in your life. Don't be vague, because one of the things we discovered in our workshop, that one of the girls was really vague to a friend of hers, and her friend thought she was lying about something and got really upset at her and almost ended the friendship over it, because she could sense that she was holding something back. But really, the girl had just booked some self-care time, and she didn't want to change that appointment. And so, I don't think that we need to make excuses, and that's also an empowering thing that we can learn is that, we say, I've booked an hour to go do yoga this morning, and that's my time, and I'm not going to change it. We can book something else on another day. You can also do, if you have things that seem to recur in your life a lot that seem to come up with your family or friends, maybe have a day a week that you schedule those things with your family, especially if they're older, whatever, so that you can maybe manage your time a little bit better, so that everybody knows on Thursday, this is the day we have dinner with mom, or on Friday, this is the day that, we go do whatever it is with mom. So, it might be a way to just get if you have a really hectic schedule, a way to just, organize things a little bit better. But I just really encourage you to take some time to take care of you the way you take care of everybody else, and show yourself that same respect and that love, and stand firm. When you make those appointments with yourself and you make promises to yourself, keep those promises, because that's what builds that self-worth and that self-love. And then we can go out and we can be so much better being of service out there, because we have so much more energy and we feel filled up again, right? And so I challenge you to do that. Let me know how it works. I would love to hear from you. And I do have another workshop coming up on August 14th at Wanderlust in Hollywood, so I'd love to see you there. It's a great time. We had a really, really good time last Sunday, and it's very interactive too, and it's very personal. That's one of the things, that I really want you to know, is that it's just like this. We're sitting together. Oh, I'm so proud of you, Adriana. That's so awesome. Adriana's been practicing for 3 months, and so that's really great. And it makes a difference, doesn't it? In our just energy, I think too. I just seem to have more energy, and I don't have as many resentments when I'm taking care of myself, which is also really good. But anyway, I'd love to have you guys join me. If you can, if you're in the LA area in person, it's a super fun time. Men and women are welcome. It's a great time to learn in community. The next workshop is on 8/14. I'd love to see you there, and it's on my business page as an event. So if you want to look on the business page, there will be a link there and a sign up there. But I'll also put it in the comments on this video when I'm done, so that you can see it, because I'd love to see you there. Hey, April, how are ya? So anyway, just take some time. Own your time, own yourself, and, really get to it. And again, really quick, replace the thought with, I am worth taking care of myself with the same effort and caring that I take care of others. Practice blocking alone time so that it's on your schedule. Everybody knows that's your time. And each week, once a week, schedule something just for you that lights you up inside. And then that way you can bring that light to the world and make a huge difference in whatever you decide to do. All right? So have a great evening, and I will talk to you soon. And mwah, love ya. Bye.